going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Attack! Hey, 43. Attack!
On play action, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, color. 43. 15. Right side.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
It's 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Alert!
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Here's Deebo Samuel in the backfield with his first carry. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the gun, it's Allen. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they just held them to a field goal. So to them, that was an almost complete performance because, you know, when you really shut someone out, that's But that's pretty darn good, isn't it?
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7.
56, 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Allen. Touchdown, Dolphins! Mark Andrews, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Connects with Kittle underneath. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First and 10, Taylor now. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 2nd down and 6 now. They fake the give. Now Mahomes connects with Kittle underneath. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Fire down these two. Yellow. Collect.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The Seahawks at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Easy.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Taylor is in. Touchdown, Seattle. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Allen now looks to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Attack! Hey, ribble it! Attack!
Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44.
44-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. So after the INT, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing now is Allen. He completes it to Evans. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Touchdown! Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 10.
15. Hero, 15.
Mahomes now to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Quick slant caught by Chase. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? Praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Allen. A short throw caught by Andrews. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. To throw, it's Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force the incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. From just shy of midfield, here's second down at 5. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
15. Hey, yellow.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
That's another Seahawks. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4.
Attack.
It's now second and 6.
15.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
Hey, 43.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick-6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Alert!
Now a first carry for their fullback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body, getting to him before he can get started.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. A handoff for Samuel.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 3rd and 6. Another carry for the wide receiver, Samuel.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it. They'll go. Achane.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Derrick Henry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A run straight ahead with Achane. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.